on
This
BPC,
conference will now be recorded.
Okay.
that is business planning and consolidation, and we've also captured DataSphere and SAC. So
Mm-hmm.
currently, I'm pursuing various projects and also conducting trainings with multiple partners. I've conducted corporate trainings as well. So
Okay.
yeah, that's about me. So
So
Naveen, we
you,
have a few
you're
more
going
people.
to tell me about BW connection with the SSC, right?
The connectivity, we're going to talk about connectivity from various aspects because SAC is a tool that is, open for many sources, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we cannot cover every source because there are non-SAP sources as well that are provided in
Ha, ha.
the, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here we are going to cover, pretty much sources, and then we're going to talk about how the connectivity can happen, and probably I'll be providing you a lot of documentation on the connectivity so that in latter phase of, your projects, if your source
Mm-hmm.
is modified, later you're using DataSphere or any other source, the connection not does not become a problem, right?
Mm-hmm. No,
Right.
actually, Deepika, I really want to know about in a BW platform in a very much because my source system is going to be a BW.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So your profile is going to be more of SAC, or you'll be leading the team, like you'll be working
Yes.
on the development
I
part,
know.
or you'll
Actually,
be.
I have to do also technically. It's not
All
that
right,
only leading a team. So 70% is a technical and 30% is going to be a leading a team.
all right, all right. Okay, I think we can start, and if someone would be joining, they can.
Sure.
Okay, could you please confirm if my screen is visible to you?
Yes, I'm able to see your screen.
All right. So we will be conducting the SEC training, and there will be a lot of content that will be covered as a part of this training. So we'll be covering SAC from scratch. It is not that I expect you to know something before you make a move into the training session. There are going to be certain prerequisites that, first of all, you need not carry any pen, paper, or something. We're going to record the sessions. Everything will be provided to you. Secondly, whatever time we plan, the prerequisite is to join on time. And you can ask me n number of questions. We're going to have Q&A sessions. My course is designed in such a way because I have directly collaborated with the setup that is provided by SAC on its, official website. So we have the content that is provided by SAP itself. So it is not a juggle between, finding information from here and there. It is actually coming to you directly from what SAP is providing SEC as a solution. So we're going to talk about how SEC is, how it is portrayed into the market, what are the benefits of using it, how it comes to an edge over other, analytic tools in the market. Also, we'll be covering how SAC is having its integration to different sources, how we're going to have multiple sources bring in data to SAC, and thereby we can perform analytics and reporting. And there is we're going to pay more attention on planning perspective. So planning is, as you must be aware, we're going to work on understanding the P&L, the income statements. There are HR planning, other mode of planning that we're going to cover as a part of this course, and the features that are being proactively used in planning, like data actions, multi actions, advanced formulas, what if analysis. Also, as a part of SAC, there is little bit of coding that, knowing the perspective of coding part that is required. So again, that will be covered from scratch. I do not expect you to have any knowledge before you begin. We're going to work on different parameters of stories, how to apply filters, linked analysis, performing blending, hyperlinking, and some advanced filters. We're going to understand the mechanism of predictive analytics that is provided by SAP, and also how your connectivity happens between multiple sources, and especially with DataSphere, because that is the upcoming module where we find a lot of organizations, they have their integrations with DataSphere and BW. So we're going to talk about how the services they compile up to bring in data to SAC. Also, we're going to cover a little bit of scripting part, which is about creating advanced level of stories and catering to advanced requirements of the end customer. So that is going to be the nutshell content that we will be covering. As a part of this course, I will be sharing a lot of Q&A topics, a lot of question answers, which will be helpful to you during your certification, because as you mentioned already, that you want to pursue your certifications, right? So we're going to cover them as well. And yeah, that's all about the content. Before we make a move, do you have any questions, any apprehensions,
No, Deepika.
anything that you want to add up? All right. So what is your, we'll have a quick round of a demo today, okay? We're not going to dig down into the system. But going forward, we will have a full-on hands-on practice sessions. The sessions will be both. It will be the cover of good blend of theoretical concepts as well as theoretical, as well as the practical exposure. As a part of my training, I provide assignments to my students, so which when they complete, they get a good hands-on experience. Okay, so let's first talk about what do you know about SSC, since you've already witnessed the tool in your span of career. So what do you know about SSC?
It's a cloud platform where it is from the business data to business data where you can show your intelligence and predictive analytics for the capability to stories and dashboarding and performance tuning
Yes,
using where the reports will be can able to see the business user as well as the management.
right. So are you aware of the cloud terminologies? Have you ever, understood what we mean by cloud platforms? What are the terminologies like infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and the software
SSC,
and
SSC
yeah,
and PASH and all that, right?
yeah, SaaS, PaaS, and
Yeah,
IaaS. So
yeah,
when
I
we're
know.
talking a lot about cloud, let's have
Software
a
as a
little bit
service.
talk about the fundamentals of cloud. So what do you know about cloud computing? And
Software as a service and means like how Azure platforms works about it.
yes,
So where we can do the our system as a storage in a way that where I think SSC is a software as a service, if I'm not wrong.
right. So let's
Yeah,
have a quick brief about what cloud services are available in market today. So
sorry.
cloud platform, we have different approaches to it. We have IaaS, that is infrastructure as a service,
Hmm.
where it is providing a virtualized computing resources over the internet. So something that is on cloud, it is accessible from You're not device dependent, you're not hardware dependent. So like we all are using our multiple cloud services these days, Instagram, Facebook, Netflix, what are these? Everything is on cloud, right? You can just plug and play from any device, you know your credentials, and you can start working. That is the ideology behind, putting cloud as a forefront, where now it is providing a lot of softwares, a lot of services, a lot of platforms, where any person who has the right, access and has purchased the right licensing can continue to work from anywhere. We are not dependent on the device that we are using. Today we can open our dashboards even through your mobiles. So that functionality is also available in SSC. It is kind of making it a platform where the reports are visible from any device that you can use. So IaaS, when we talk about, it provides computing resources over the internet like servers, storage, and networking. You can manage your applications, data, runtime, middleware, operating systems. So there are many vendors today. We have AWS, that is Amazon Web Services. They provide EC2 instances, if you've ever heard of this.
Mm.
So like Microsoft Azure virtual machines. So here what you get an infrastructure from the cloud platform, and you can use that infrastructure, right? You don't have to set up your own servers in a premise, right? You can actually purchase the infrastructure from the cloud platforms and start working on it. Then we talk about PaaS, that is platform as a service, where we have different developers who build, test, and deploy applications without managing the infrastructure. So when you are into PaaS part, you don't care about the infrastructure, right? It is the headache of the service provider. So we have Microsoft Azure app services. We have SAP BTP. So we're going to talk about BTP as well. That is SAP Business Technology Platform. So last is SaaS, where we talk about software as a service. So here you get the software application over internet. So what's the best part about SAC? You don't have to download anything into your system. It's all accessible by a URL, provided you have your current, your organization's VPN and all well configured. So you can use the SAC just with a web URL. So SaaS delivers software applications over internet, where users can access the software via browser. No installation or management is needed from your end. So you're going to manage the security part of the application, right? Now, again, there are multiple products that are available on software as a services. One of them is SAP Analytics Cloud. Now, why SAC gained popularity? Because it is one-stop solution. When I talk about one-stop solution, that means you can perform your analytical app, part of the application. You can create n number of visually appealing dashboards, which we call as stories. Multiple technologies, they're using multiple names. Stories, dashboards, templates, right? All of them you can create in SAC with vivid functionality. So it is just, there's a lot of automation that has happened just by a click of few buttons. Your end user can perform tasks which are difficult otherwise, for which you may need a lot of configurational changes. So as a SAC developer, you will be taught how to customize your stories, how to create good dashboards, and there is another aspect to it, which is planning, right? A lot of tools that are available, they do not support planning functionalities. Okay, so when we talk about planning, what do you understand by this word?
Planning is something where we can say um, we are analyzing for the next what is going to be a next prediction.
Right. So we have features for predictive analytics as well. So when we talk about prediction, as we know, every organization works towards, one common goal, that is to do good in business, right? And how do they understand if their position? Through various statements that they produce, right? They have their own P&Ls, balance sheets, and whatnot, financial statements, right? So what happens when we are looking at the business that our organization has done so far? We look into the actuals of the data, right? But when I say actuals, actuals means what business has happened until today. Okay, so every organization has got certain processes. We have monthly closing processes where we deal about the actual of every business. Then there is a process of budgeting and forecasting where we try to plan data for ahead or for near future or for the, so generally budgets are prepared for the upcoming year and forecasts are done for the near future. And then you have planning scenarios where you can plan data for future perspective. So that's the functionality that is provided by SAC. Then data on any device, as I mentioned, you can deploy your you can have your reports viewed on your any system. You can capture the data from any source, be it SAP or non-SAP sources, and even from a simple flat file. So SAC has got vivid functionalities. Then we have features like drag drop dimensions into visualized change chart types anytime, tooltips. Users can set up linked analysis where just by click of few buttons, your entire dashboard will accommodate according to user selections. I think this is also done in Tableau, right? You've seen a Tableau Power BI, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we have similar and of course better features in SAC. We have the provision for commenting, collaborating with people of your organization while working on SAC. So there are, you can share your stories. You don't need an extra tool for that. I mean, you don't have to depend on sharing your content over, any other platform. SAC provides all the collaborative features embedded in it. All right. So this is just a sample dashboard that we have presented over here. It's just a look and feel, but there is much more to that, right? There are now analytical applications that one can create where you can have customized buttons as well based on the requirements of the end customer. So how does SEC work in real life projects? I think you already have an exposure of 10 plus years, so you understand we first have to begin with capturing the requirements of the customer, right? What is their intention to pursue in the end? What is their expectation to prepare? And based on that, we are going to bring our data, perform certain ETL part. ETL is extract, transform, and load. So we have the functionalities in SAC to modify the data that we capture from the source. Okay. It is not that whatever is in source, we have to work on that only. We can modify, we can transform, we can perform changes, and we can also create dashboards which are alignment with the end customer requirements. So these are just samples of how it looks like. And there is also features of, just task options. You can understand why your, certain parameters are low or high. And SSC is going to provide you a lot about the analytics, the predictive analytics part, where you can even build dashboards which are, you know, having geo maps, having different functionalities of, using a bar chart, scatter plot. So we're going to cover every aspect of reporting as well in this particular course. Okay, any questions until now?
I think after classes only it'll come. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. But I want to know if you want to have
No,
any
no,
more.
no, no. Definitely, I'll ask you.
All right, sure. So when we talk about SAC, we are going to have your account created. We are going
Mhm.
to start with the hands-on session probably in the third or the fourth class, because I will delve you with the right knowledge of what is data analytics first, like how, what is, what do we mean by dimensions, measures, what are different types of models in SAC. Of course, you've worked on previous tools, but then every tool has got its own set of functionalities, right? So there's a
Right.
perspective that we need to understand first, and then we need to move on into developing our tool base, our practical hands-on exposure. Also, I will be providing you with a lot of data sets to work upon, right?
Sure.
To dummy data sets where you can create reports and you can have your own modified set of versions. And we'll be also creating different types of models. So there are multiple approaches in SAC where you can either consume your entire data into SAC and then start working, or you can have your live connectivity. So SAC gives both the functionalities. Of course, there are pros and cons of both the features, which we will discuss in detail once we begin our classes.
Hmm. Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
So do we have Naveen here?
Oh, yeah, I think.
I'll just give him a quick message.
Sure. Sure, Deepika. Actually, I have a engagement in this month, so I
Mm.
will be busy.
Okay.
I really wanted to do that, but I'll update to Naveen. So
All right.
exactly
Sure.
which week we can start it, because I'm the middle week of my engagement and too much work. So I just really want a few days for joining the
No, no, you
class.
please take your time, because as I would suggest that come with a mindset where you have to learn, right? I would
Yeah,
not
because
prefer
in the half
also you
of
to learn in a haphazard manner where half
uh,
of the things are just,
going
lost
away.
ahead, right? Because that
Right.
is not what the intention is, right? See, I can
Mm,
complete this particular course in just a couple of days, right? But that does not make sense if the end customer, you're my end customer, have to keep you satisfied every single,
mm.
training session. So,
No, I
you,
completely agree with your
right?
word. Because I also think about that way, because I will join, but I am not learning anything. So that's not going to be.
Yeah, so please take out the preferred timing where you can really connect with the course. And trust me, after completing this course, you will have good hands-on experience. You will get the certification material from my end as well. And you
Mhm.
will get some sample questionnaires, because I do have cleared certifications and I've also renewed it, and I've coupled. I know how SAP, looks into when it is requesting for a, certification candidate, right? So I know the
Mhm.
perspective. I can probably provide you with the right set of knowledge, especially for certification. If you want to capture, you need to have your fundamentals clear, right? See, system
Okay.
hands-on will get better the more you use it, right? I can tell
Mm-hmm.
you all the, the navigational paths to perform
So
one
every
task,
year
right?
the renewal should be done.
No, no, not every year.
Okay.
Actually, now they're changing their policies.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they're upgrading their policies. Also, SEC is also getting updated. So, I will be providing you with the latest part of information. As I mentioned, I have directly integrated with SAP
Mm-hmm.
websites to gain every word that is going to be presented in my PPT. Okay, it is not coming you from any of the invalid sources. It is going to
Mm-hmm.
come you directly from, because I have enrolled myself into SAP where we get the real content. Okay,
Right.
and of course SAP certification I will be truly providing you support for that as well. And I think it's just a matter of one attempt. You will be
Sure,
able to
sure.
clear. I can see that caliber exposure in your and that zeal of learning. So please come up with a time frame where you are focused, right? I do not want to waste the sessions where
Yeah, yeah. True, true,
you're
true. That's the
you're
reason I
lacking
told
focus, right?
you.
No, that's
Yeah,
perfect. We
yeah.
start a little, a time frame where you are comfortable, right?
Yeah,
Ultimately, you have to
correct.
gain knowledge, right?
Hmm.
So, any other questions you have related to the training? Of course, SAC is new to you, but how we will be conducting anything related to the process that you want to ask?
So I think you're going to give me the server access, right, for doing the practice?
I will check with Naveen how I will check with the training guys how they are planning for it. All right.
Okay, okay. Sure,
Otherwise,
sure.
trial is always the best option to
Yeah,
begin.
yeah.
We have
True,
it.
true.
SAP is providing a lot of support to the people who really want to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anything more related to the process oriented
No, 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 no. If
perspective?
anything, then I'll just catch up to Naveen and immediately
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
get back
sure, sure.
to
They
you.
can connect us both for that.
Yeah, sure.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Thank you. Have a
Have a
great
good
day
day.
ahead and
You
we'll
too.
connect
Bye,
soon. Thank
Deepika.
you so much. Bye bye.